Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Many Polos.
You jerk off.
All praise Craig.
Fucking Craig.
The blood has been delivered. Phase 1 is complete. Phase 2 in operation.
The hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. A campaign starts and ends, leaving memories that become stories. Stories flow out into the infinite sea, painting it with legends. Legends wash up upon shores throughout the infinite sea, fading to myth until myths are forgotten, and the campaign that gave it birth comes again, and again the hand of fate tosses the dice, rolls, spins, turns. Hitherto, we left the adventurers known as the Shadow Seekers on the 4th level of Hell, Greed. After the 5th level, seal to Manipolis' prison, the Mirror was vanquished in the phallic maze in the center of the Acropolis in the stinking swamp of that 5th level of Hell. The Shadow Seekers then fell before the Greedy Goblin Tavern in the sweltering heat, assaulting them from the molten magma that filled the floor of the enormous goblin settlement. Reluctantly, they paid an entrance fee to the tavern to quench their thirst on green goblin slushies. Ash bargains with Bildrith. Bill, she later is more readily acquainted with after a kiss and some dealings that led to her being 50% share owner of the Greedy Goblin. He also explains the Church of Kai Shen is the only other free time activity besides their works and labors. More drinking ensued with a successful deal, whereupon Stephen the bartender told them they had been victims of greed already from the door goblins. Franklin and Phelan drunkenly threatened the guards for Ash's gems back that she'd paid for entrance. Bill then lets Ash know, too, they are welcome to stay in one of their rooms at the Greedy Goblin, and she can drink for free. The Shadow Seekers wake with a pounding in their heads and after their rest, and a resonating throughout the pocket rocket that they were sleeping in of a ting, 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 sitting with two new goblin skeletons. Franklin has them driven by a young dire cricket inside their skulls, making them breakfast in the pocket rocket. No one stops to ask where they came from. And blessedly, the ting, ting, ting had stopped, as well as the pounding in their head with the calf that was delivered by the goblin skeletons. Refreshed from breakfast, they head out on onto the ramshackle goblin town, straddling the magma in the pit. The town continues its unrelenting heat, and Ash is still realizing that she's become rich from long ago that she'd forgotten about, to go on a shopping spree. They, as the sugar mama for the group, stopping at several shops, the street vendors, and now an armory shop with a large list. Let's find out what happens this time.
That's right, the list.
Yeah. So you guys found yourself last in a shop where a goblin greeted you as you walked in with a mirrored looking book shape size thing that he was tapping away at, and you would ask for a bunch of items. And after tapping away at it, he looks down at you, looks back at the screen, and looks back up at presumably Ash, who's fronting the deal currently, and goes, "Well, after our commissions and such, I think we're going to have to make what your price be at is 150K gold. That is
For the whole list that we shared. By the way, where is that list? I thought that was in the Thingy-mabob's chat.
for the most part. It's in the Thingamabob's chat.
Oh, wait, I see him.
But they're kind of strewn about. I can go down through it right now, but at least if I'm understanding this list correctly, we've got a belt of giant strength hill, ring of teething. Sorry, my handwriting's a little bad. I was going fast. Ring of understanding, green bloodstone, high roller mantle, Upchuck's wedge, Rhino's hides burning protector axe, the blood axe, circle of wisdom charisma, +2, wisdom +2, yeah. Dragon's teeth, daggers with belt returning, ring of mind shield, lawbreaker leather jacket, necro rifle, or
Necro rifle.
it was, yeah,
Fuck
which
yeah.
felt like antimatter, but I think that's close enough to the necro. A sentinel shield,
Fuck yeah.
staff of swarming insects,
Double thumbs up.
and I think that was it. Oh yeah, there was dynamite. I haven't calculated that into the price yet because I'm not sure exactly how much you want, and that would that would be like, you know, oh, another. We've got like 89,000 sticks of it ish, and
Wow.
that would be like 890,000
Uh,
gold. So
that's a lot of money, you know?
That many sticks of
Wow.
dynamite.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I wish
Yeah, we're a mini town. What can I say?
Yeah. Do you guys ever have like big festivals?
Oh, certainly. We usually
Oh, look
can
to the
harvest
others and wag on my eyebrows.
can harvest. Coming up, we've got the not long from here. We've got the Wealth Festival.
Oh, a wealth festival coming right up. Wow. That's great. You know, we're gonna have to discuss this this last part, so we'll do this purchase of dynamite and stuff another time. But don't worry, let's just focus right now on these items. We have no idea how much money we have, or Ash has, but she also just stopped existing.
Okay.
Our
No,
friend
no.
stopped
I
existing a
exist.
few minutes ago.
Ash.
Oh wait, Ash is here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
Oh, thank God.
I made it. I sorry,
Oh,
I
thank
just had
God.
to clean up dinner. It took me a minute.
Oh, no worries.
worries.
No worries.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get into my bag.
I look up to you. We have no idea how much money we have, so like you have to set the limit.
Well, like I said, that list that I just ran off there, and unless I'm missing something, please let me know. It was 150K.
I was gonna say I didn't know if we wanted everything on that list. I know that that it was initially shared for people to figure out if that's what they wanted. I know that the main thing that Ash wanted was the dragon's teeth belt.
Well, hold on. Why don't we determine how much money you actually have
We can do that.
before we just start nixing stuff off, right? Maybe this is like wildly within our means.
I mean, it could be. Okay, let me go back to my inventory.
Take a heard, Vegeta.
I noticed that my Ring of Teething was not accounted for. Am I able to add this on?
The Ring of Teething was on there. He read it off once real quick.
Oh yes. That
Did
was
I
there.
miss that? Oops.
And the gun. And the gun. It was there too.
I heard the discourse about the gun. Gotcha. Okay.
Necro gun. I just
Okay.
imagine you as like a character from what's that anime that had like death and death's children? God.
Soul Eater.
Soul Eater, yes.
Okay, so Ash currently has 142 platinum, 7,290 gold, and 344 silver, and 296 copper. And that's not including all of the gems that she has, because she has 36 amethysts. Yeah, 36 amethysts. She has 1 black opal, 1 black pearl, 1 black sapphire, 1 bloodstone, and then she has 52 blue sapphires. 1 eye of agate, 4 emeralds, 1 garnet, 1 jade, 1 jasper, 2 lapis lazuli, 3 pearls,
Jesus.
She's rich.
50
Fucking
Partridge.
loaded.
Pear tree.
53 rubies. But they said the rubies aren't worth that much here.
Right. So can we music montage a jeweler's?
We did go to the jeweler and we wiped him out of all of his coins, which is the reason that she has 7,200 gold pieces right now.
Right. But did we appraise the rest of them?
No.
I think
Yeah,
we did.
I-
Did
You did?
I write this
it was-
down? Where?
I forgot
wait,
about that part exactly, but I
I
think you had like one big, one medium, and one small appraised, basically, of the bunch
Yeah, I did.
to kind of give you a range, and then you had like so many of them that you could exchange because that's all the gold they had on hand,
Hmm.
basically.
This dude probably will take gems too. Especially if we do a big order. Big order.
Hold on, give me just a second. I
Sure.
can't find my notebook with my notes in it.
Oh, yeah, me either.
That's because you don't have one.
No idea where that went.
Oh,
I do
what's
fine.
that?
Yeah.
Sure, I don't know names. That's fine. I know where we're going. And that's power. I understand power. The climb. Oh yeah. I also have, since we leveled since the Eurythmic, I don't know if you guys have, but I have decided to head down the path
Oh.
of a Vengeance Paladin while we
That
are
reminds
waiting.
me, Rick /
Yeah.
Ezra.
Yes.
You should know that for the most part, you can level pretty much at any time based upon the Excel spreadsheet. So currently, for the
last I
spreadsheet,
saw
level
it
2.
was supposed to be 2. Yeah, I was about to say I was supposed to be level 2.
Perfect. Yeah, because it's
Sweet
not
baby.
it's not necessarily well kept to be every time you guys long rest, just because depending upon how the timing of everything works, you won't get a long rest.
I did add a note that Ezra adopts Regina in my things I accomplished.
That's
I did
right.
see that. I put 50 XP with it.
Hey, if you guys want, I can do the ceremony spell for you.
Oh, for the adoption?
Yeah, it'll give you like a benefit for like a week.
That means Regina's gonna kill me afterwards, and I
No,
haven't taken any path yet.
there's atonement, blessed water, coming of age, dedication, funeral rite, investiture, and wedding /union. which
Oh,
I
okay.
think we could just reflavor that as adoption.
Adoption.
Yeah.
And it's you touch one adult humanoid willing to be bound together. The next 7 days, each target gets a +2 to AC where they are within 30 feet of each other. A character can benefit from this right only once. Or only again if one of them dies.
I need an adult.
So if you guys want to make it official, I am an officiate.
What are we officiating?
Adoption.
Regina's adoption.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dad, will you accept me in this union?
Yes, I will.
Why are you wearing a white dress?
Just black.
Be official.
All right. Is this what we're doing, or are we looking into the
I mean, we're
think
waiting
Ash still
for
does math.
just Ash to find her math. So
Okay,
we're
so
just filling
I
in
have-
time.
Yeah,
Well-
I have
well-
blue sapphire, 3 inches is 300 gold. So it's 100 gold per inch. And then I have green bloodstone as 500 gold. And then diamonds I just has equals money. Don't have an
I would like
amount.
one money, please.
Oh goodness.
And then it says rubies. Tiny is 5 gold. Soccer ball size is 500 gold.
Okay. Do we know how much of everything you have to do the algebra?
So if we were just to base it off of the blue sapphires I have, because how many do I have right now? 52. Do you want me to roll to see how many inches they have on average, or
Roll for inches.
can I roll for inches?
That's not how
Um,
that works.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could do that. Just give me a second. What was it? 32, you say?
I have 52. 10,
52.
20, 30, 40, 52. Yeah, because they have them in stacks of 10.
Do you want like a eventual amount of inches as the total of inches? Is that acceptable of an understanding?
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out how many inches I have in total of sapphires. How many inches do I have in this blue shiny rock?
It's
Okay.
not just about the inches, it's also about the girth.
Should we measure both ways?
Oh, we're children.
Totally full-grown adults here.
Yep.
I mean, some of us play children.
Yeah.
Child?
Yes, we play childs.
Child.
Hello, I am child.
I'm just doing some
Yeah.
math here. Apologies.
You're fine. I now pronounce you father and daughter. You may hug the child.
Oh.
You may hug your baby.
Platonically.
I'm just imagining Franklin like shaking his finger platonically.
No funny stuff, you two. I just learned that was the last brain dump.
Well, I will give a big drooly, slobbery hug.
How old are you again?
I started out as 10, but then something happened with when that giant caterpillar thing sucked out some of my life force. I got saved and it added like 2 years to my life, I think.
Have we fed her a mango yet? Because that meant she would have lost a year.
Oh, or maybe we lost a year then. Okay.
I'm
What
gonna say,
happens if you
I thought
eat
had
more
a-
mangoes than you have years?
It only
Um,
works.
You just
once
turn
a
into
year.
sperm and eggs. Oh,
It only
yeah.
works. Yeah. So you can
Sperm eggs.
only ever turn back the clock 1 year is how I wrote that basically. And if you
God.
but if you miss a year, then you would still gain that. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't eat a mango for 2 years, then you would when you
You
ate
lose
the
it.
mango. Yeah.
Use it or lose it.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah. Hey guys, we should clear the center
Anyway.
island of our little bath chamber and plant a mango tree.
That's what Jess was trying, or Ash was trying to do a long time ago there. But
Oh,
We
you
should
got
do it. I
400
instruct
I've been saving
somebody to do it. I instruct one of my guys. You go do that.
I forget how many you'd said per inch, but you got 468 inches.
Baby.
That's a lot of inches.
468 inches.
468 inches.
How are you walking right now?
Blue sapphire. I'm very strong.
The third leg, clearly.
So the math that we did the last time at the jewelers, which was the jewelers named Plund.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Plund.
Okay, because I have Plund the jeweler, and I was like, was this supposed to be Plunder the jeweler?
No, we're supposed to plunder the jeweler.
Yeah.
Got it.
With the inches.
Okay. What was
So,
the math you had there?
It's 100 gold per inch of blue sapphire.
So you got 46,800
in just sapphires.
Yep.
And what did you say the total of all these items were again? I should have written it down when you said it.
150K is what he quoted.
Mm-hmm.
So one.
Okay, so this is a little bit short of that.
Sweet talk him. Sweet talk him.
I can.
I mean, I could intimidate him, but
I can do that.
Let me try the sweet talking first, and then if we need to intimidate him, we could do it together because I've got a pretty high intimidation too.
Is that your high ticket gem then, Ash, that you have on you?
I think the highest ticket one are the amethysts, which we used to pay for the greedy goblin, but I still do have 36 of those, which we did not get priced because I did not pull any of the amethysts out at the jeweler.
Did you pay for the greedy goblin?
Yeah, the greedy goblin's paid for.
But how many? Because he said that was like 50 grand, if I remember correctly, for the greedy goblin.
Okay.
No, it's already paid for. I don't remember what it was either. Off the top of my
Yeah, but
head.
then we can gauge the amethysts from there.
Ownership. Rubies are cheap. Amethysts are anywhere from 5 to 10,000 gold. Or
Right, so
5
you
of
have-
them equal 10,000 gold because I just have amethyst 5-10,000.
Got it. So 5 for 10,000.
I would say that's
And you
probably
have
what it is.
36.
Yeah, I have 36 in my bag.
Divided by 5 times 10. So you've got 72,000 worth of amethysts, 40,000 something worth of sapphires, some large 14 to 20,000 in actual cash, and then numerous other gems that are yet to be
calculated for
Determined.
calculated.
So wait, you said you did math on the amethyst. How much did you say that was?
That's what
It
he
was
just did.
if it's 10,000 for 5, you do 36 divided by 5, which is 7. So 7 times 10 is 70,000.
Okay. Just trying to write it down.
Sure.
Trust in the capitalism. Franklin knows.
Franklin's not the capitalist, but he has memories of capitalism.
Oh yeah.
Josh, I think the only other thing from my list, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm trying to scroll back up, was the tattoo.
You already have that, unless you're talking about another tattoo.
The claw one, is that the one that I you allowed me to change to, or
Yeah.
how did that work?
That's what I thought.
Okay.
I thought that's what you were asking anyways.
Nope,
Was to
that's
change.
perfect.
Okay.
Then I have no other need for items for this thing. I didn't know because if there was the tattoo shop was a separate thing, we had to then go there type of deal.
If you wanted an additional tattoo, then
right, yeah, no, I'm good with just swapping it out.
okay,
great.
And in that case, who's buying your mommy's dinner because she be fronting this bill?
Mommy's buying it. We eat for free. We've already got that covered.
Thank you, Bobby. So totally up to you. It's your money. I'm just trying to gauge how much you actually have.
Yeah. Okay. So
you're at least at 150,000 with the 70 with the 2 gems. You're at 110 plus.
Yep.
I think you had about 20,000 in gold because you had 7,000. What?
I thought it was 70,000 in gold. You said.
that
was for the amethysts.
7,200 in just gold in my
Oh,
pocket.
7,200.
Right.
Mhm.
Plus the 146 platinum, which would be 100.
Yeah, those are 100. Those are 1,000.
It's gold to platinum,
Yeah.
right? 10 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the gems. Okay, so you said the items total. Sorry, I gotta write it down.
No worries.
You're good.
There's too many numbers, guys. I don't know why I play this game. It's all math.
You're the one who's playing Miss Moneybags.
Ezra can only
Ash is used to having money because she comes from money, and also she's got a bag of mystery currency that she's just never gone through.
I'm very curious how Ash is going to roleplay this whole entire scenario actually too, because I feel like Ash just understands that she has money, and because she's only ever had money, you know what I mean? That she's gonna walk up to the guy, she's made the deal with to buy that place, and she's like, well, I could just buy your establishment if you want, instead of you giving me these things. And then try to lay everything you have out on the table and be like, I don't know what you're gonna do in that case, but that was partially what I was expecting to happen.
By his store.
Smith. Oh my goodness.
By him.
I tried, but we're at Baldrith Smithy, right?
Bildrith does own a large share of this, yes.
Wait, isn't that who we're talking to right now? Because I thought that's who we were talking to. Baldrith talks about the temple. No, wait, that's from a few days ago. Or a few sessions ago.
Yes, I really haven't given my name. I don't think it's you can worry about that if it becomes important to you, but what's the are you going to be able to rent that 150K, or what's your thoughts here?
It's a big order, Wonder if we could get some sort of deal, bulk price. What do you think, Ash?
You said it was a total for these 150,000 for our list of items, and you have it here on hand.
Well, at least a couple of them where I'd probably have to, call them in. It would take. I would at least ask a day on you. We're thoroughly through this one.
I kind of lean down to Franklin and I just very subtly whisper to him. I'm like, we're gonna have to put those other plans on hold until we get all of our stuff, okay?
Yeah, that makes total sense. Hey, when was that festival again? Like
Oh,
to,
the Festival of
after
Golf.
tomorrow?
It's you've probably got a few days to prepare.
Few days
You
to
could probably,
prepare.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I really like these items in time for that. That'd be great.
Oh
You
yes,
know, for the festivities.
we could definitely do that. I think you've got at least a week, to prepare for the festival.
Oh, that's so perfect. You guys see Franklin's eyes are pitch black right now.
I kind of just like pat him on the head and I'm like, cool it. Don't give yourself away just yet.
They go back to normal. That's right. Yeah. No, looking forward to it. I've never been to a party
Does this
before,
goblin
so
react to his eyes at all?
Probably not. He's probably just brushes it off like your adventurers. He's. I mean, they're an outfitting of armor and weapons, so it's one of the first places that any adventurer that makes it to the 4th level of hell would go.
great. Good.
Okay. So we would like these items, but since we're going to have to wait for some of these, I think we should come down a little bit on the price. And I mean, you're already getting such a good deal from us. You know you can come down for us, right? And I'm just trying to persuade him and be kind of sweet about it.
Oh, of course you can roll that persuasion, or
Or can I aid her by the part that I said?
the part that you said. I'm not sure if she needs it was a 23, but what was the part?
Oh, never mind. That's fine. I was just trying to give her assistance.
Oh, okay.
Plus
So-
13. Fuck.
So
You don't need help at all.
he looks at you, batting your eyelashes at him, and he kind of melts a little bit, and he goes, "Well, I can take off a little bit from my commission, but I've got to still feed my family. So the best that I could do is probably something in the range of 140K, because I still have to feed the 16 mouths at home."
16
make that a
mouths. You
lower
were
number.
very prolific.
Oh yes. Thank you.
And you said Baldrith only owned half of the shop. The way he talked, he made it seem like this was all his shop.
Well, Bildrith does own a large part of the shop. He's a majority share. When I say that, he's probably in the realm of 9 ownership. There's a couple of holdouts though that have been really been holding on to their shares for the company.
Do we want to buy another shop in a level of hell that we are about to decimate with firebombs?
No.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Not if that's the plan. Again, that doesn't have to be the plan. I'm just saying it's an option to very quickly level a bunch.
Yeah, I mean that sounds pretty good to me. The leveling.
I did do the math. I mean, if you're really considering it, you're looking at a chunk of XP, but it's not.
Fuck yeah.
It's not obscene. You're looking at maybe a level or two, depending upon where you're at. But in the case of
Ezra.
you're looking at almost 10 levels or more.
Listen, ritual sacrifice, blood sacrifice. We get little Ezra here up to speed. What do you think?
I mean, I like this plan, especially if Ezra is now. Wait, which character is Regina?
Ezra's not. Ezra's counting. He's counting 4. Keeps counting. Y'all see him counting his fingers. He's counting 4. And looks down. Is that more than 4? Like y'all
Pretty
toss
sure.
those big numbers around. He's also.
I don't know.
You
I never learned how to
too
math.
much.
Also,
you charge too much. 4 and 4.
good question. How many things has Regina put in her mouth in this store?
And is she keeping them in there?
Oh, wow.
I'm right at the door, licking the doorknob, and um, yeah, I may have pocketed some pebbles I found on the floor. And by pocketed, I mean like in my cheek.
Oh, okay. There's no response from the goblin in that sense. You do find yourself just as a
He's gone.
I was really
Uh-oh.
excited to hear the end of the sentence too.
of a feet and with multiple cases and standing suits of armor and such throughout the center space, so that you'd have to walk around it when you're first walking in to talk to the goblin you guys are talking to currently. But yeah, where you find yourselves?
Does he notice her licking stuff?
I haven't stolen anything, just pebbles.
Just licking. Licking is
Yeah,
fine.
Sample. Free
Sniffing.
sample.
The dynamite tastes pretty good too.
It's spicy.
Why does this make my tongue burn?
It's like licking a bat.
It's like Pop Rocks, right?
All right.
I did want to ask you, Josh, did Frederick give you a list of the things he wanted? Because I didn't see any of them shared here, and he said he was looking for stuff, but he never shared it with me.
I also see nothing. He got a cloak of invisibility just before we'd finished the last time. If I remember, you guys took him to Isle, that
Yeah, he did.
goblin
Mm-hmm.
that was the enchanter. Just
The
before
cursed cloak of invisibility that he doesn't know is cursed.
Correct.
Yes. the
Cool,
curse.
just making sure. Mhm.
That's what you get when you request a legendary item.
That I was unprepared for and charged you only like 10 gold for.
Right?
She was just trying to get rid of it because she knew it was cursed.
Exactly.
Day one is when we should have bought shit.
Discount double check.
Right. Wisdom save. They're not very wise. Did it roll? Oh, it rolled on that screen. Interesting. Didn't roll on my screen. Yeah. So you're batting of your eyelashes and such, and you're kind of taking the cloak off of your shoulder a little bit, probably. I would guess. And he looks over and he goes, "Yeah. Well, like I said, the best I can do really is the 140K. Okay, I could probably go down to 139 500 1,335. Oh no, that's the wrong numbers. Oh.
I like that, the 1,335.
Starts heavy breathing, and he turns away, and he starts typing on the tablet, and he goes 1,339 1,339 139K.
139.
I would like to add my 17 intimidation, as I'm kind of like, she's all being like all nice, and I just sitting over there glaring at him behind, like over her shoulders, looking down like, do what nice lady says. Just ice burning his soul.
Okay, so he said he would take it down to 139, and this was not including all of his dynamite. With the total between the blue sapphires, the amethyst, the platinum, and the gold, I probably have a total of 125,510 gold.
What would it be without the staff of swarming insects?
I was also wondering, I'm like, do we want all three of these axes? Because I thought we had decided that somebody just wanted the blood axe and not the other two.
So
Lord, yeah, yeah. That's
he wipes his brow and looks over at you, Ezra, who's glaring at him, and he goes, "You're gonna have to do a little bit better than that. My boss would literally remove my testicles, and you can see how important those are to me. Anyway,
I can do that for you.
the Upchuck's wedge that was just 250 gold. Although the Rhino's hide burning protector axe that was 20k.
Wow.
Not sure about
Yeah.
the blood axe that was 10k. I'm not sure which axe you're referring to that we need to remove from the order.
Boy. I don't remember who's ordering what.
I thought Ezra wanted the blood axe, and nobody mentioned the Upchuck wedge, and the Rhino's hide burning axe. Like
Okay,
those two were just forgotten about after the blood axe was shown.
okay, we can take those off the order there. That's that would
Wait. I think I spoke too soon. I'm sorry. I just scrolled down. And it said right here, Ezra wants, in our Discord chat, sorry, the Lawbreaker jacket and the Rhino's burning wedge. Burning
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so
okay.
please forgive me. At this point, I'm talking to this guy, and I've walked over, and I've kind of like put my hand on his shoulder, and I've just started to like gently knead as I'm talking about like, oh, we're gonna drop off this axe because we've decided we didn't want that one anymore, or the blood axe, and I'm just like caressing his shoulder.
Oh, mama.
Okay, we got 10k and 250. Oh, that's nice. What about you said something about the High Roller's mantle. I still got the green bloodstone on here. Is that needed? Ring of Understanding.
Wait, was somebody trying to buy the green bloodstone or figure out how much it was?
That was not me.
Because I thought it was trying to figure out how much it cost, because the green bloodstone is worth about 500 gold pieces. Because I think this was for the jeweler.
Yeah, that I have the 519. I just have it on the list.
Yeah, because I think Frederick has green bloodstones in his bag. That he was going to trade to the jeweler, and then we could not because we emptied their coffers.
That's another 500 there. Ring of Understanding, Ring of Teething. I think that one I heard somebody that, and I look over at or the goblin looks over at the
child.
Yeah, the child with rocks in their mouth and goes, "Looks like you need that. Keep that one on there." Ring of Understanding was approximately 10k.
Okay, and you said it was 20k for the Rhino's burning axe?
Yep, that one. Yep.
In Discord, Josh, you're the one who posted Ring of Understanding.
Okay, so we don't need that one because I haven't heard anyone ask for that one specifically today.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that is.
I also don't have it written down what everybody asked for because I just started sharing those things.
Yeah, I know the ones that I want.
That's why I'm clarifying the list currently, basically.
Right.
So we have Ring of Teething, Ring of Understanding, but no, we're getting rid of that
Nope,
one.
getting rid of that one.
Rhino's burning axe, and then the Lawbreaker jacket.
Yes.
That is on there. Actually, sorry, I have it as High Roller's Mantle. Is that the same thing?
Did we share something else?
No. Lawbreakers is different than the High Roller Mantle. Ezra wants High Roller Mantle, or the Lawbreaker and Rhino's Hide. And then Ash Cat posted. Wait, no. Where did it go? Kiro. Oh, no. Kiro wrote for Rarlson the High Roller Mantle.
Yeah,
Which that's a different campaign, so we can't buy that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, was that something we should have been looking for in the Dragon's Horde then?
Yes.
No,
I see it. I guess I missed. I guess I forgot about it. Yeah.
Got it. I mean, I tried to look at it, but it's restricted in showing like what it does on the Instagram thing unless you're a Patreon. So, we can remove that one as well.
Trying my internet is being slow again on this. On the
Yeah,
law.
sorry. Let us overwhelm you.
Sorry. Yeah.
No worries. No. Lawbreaker.
That one
Who'd it be?
stayed.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to figure out, though, in that one's case, what it is. The Lawbreaker. What?
Oh, let me see what I can find.
I posted it, and I posted a description that went with it as well. The Lawbreaker jacket is a wondrous item, very rare, requires atonement. Leather jacket like these are worn by followers of the Hessian Order Defiance called Lawbreakers. Which is fun. But it says law of probability as a reaction to a creature you can see within 60 feet that makes an ability check, an attack roll, or saving throw. You can expend one charge to bend chaos and interfere with the laws of probability. This creature must roll a 1d6 and either add or subtract the result to the result of their roll, your choice. If you have access to Bardic Inspiration, you can activate this property by expending your uses for it instead of this item's charge at a rate of 1 use per activation. And then it's got two other things. Whoops, I closed it. Law of causality and law of morality. And this was designed by Shiny Press on Instagram and Twitter.
Ooh,
That's a very
That's all.
strong one. Damn. It's like a super divination spell or item.
This was in the Discord. How do I share it to, what is it? The list of thingy-mabobs.
Right. I'm looking at it too now too. Jesus. Nice.
Oh, right there. Copy message link. Let me see. That's what I needed to do. There, hopefully that helps.
I was just looking at it now, and yeah, I mean that's fairly close to a 1-to-1 change there for the Lawbreakers and the High Rollers.
I think that's why we looked up the high rollers, but I couldn't quite remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll switch that one out. It's like I said, pretty close to the same. That one's 41k approximately.
You know what I also forgot is I get advantage when I am dealing with merchants or tradesmen.
Hell yeah.
Yep. It's the dress.
Yeah.
Advantage. I will still have to say
Advantage on a 23.
But again, this is the best that I can do. You could talk to my manager if you want, but
Oh, you're good. Turn to Ezra. He needs to save his buddy for his children. Do you want to go take care of that with me?
Wisdom.
Hmm?
Can I eat them?
I mean, sure, if that's what you're into. Yeah, I've got some goblin meat cooking right now. Actually, I pull out a packy of jerky and I hand some to you. You remember those goblins at the door? This is them. Oh no, you didn't exist
Yeah.
then.
The merchant over
Yeah,
here. This.
Yeah, we're just having a
As-
side
as-
conversation in the background.
Ezra,
But if you
Ezra
want to
slowly
overhear,
starts to kind of like morph his face into that into his wolfish state, just so he can see like, yummy.
Oh,
wow.
and just with those things that we've subtracted so far, we're closer down to 100 and like 20,000.
Oh, that's not as bad. Could you go over the staff of insects, the sentinel shield, and the ring of mind shielding? Those are my items. I just want to see if anything is like wildly expensive that I could get rid of for you guys.
The Sentinel Shield was just 500 gold pieces. Well, 600.
Holy shit!
612.
That's so
112
sexy.
pieces. All right.
And then I've been trying to use round figures. I've got some markups, obviously, that for things
You're
that
good.
And the staff of swarming insects was 25k approximately.
Okay.
2,200. What was the other one?
The ring of mind shielding, which I absolutely need, and I look up to the ceiling, my lord.
Ring of mind shielding. Oh yeah, that one. That is one of them. That's like a 20k item right there.
Yeah, so I got about 45k worth of items in there. So if needed, I could get rid of the staff of swarming insects to lower the price for you guys, because I don't want to like 45k of 120.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted. I wanted some individual pricing. If it's not too much to bother you, how much is the Circlet of Wisdom?
Ezra kind of leans down towards
Circlet of Wisdom.
Franklin.
8K.
8K. And the Dragon's Tooth belt?
8.5k per tooth.
Per tooth? Per tooth.
Oh no, sorry. I apologize. It was per tooth was 4k. So the 8.5 came with 2. So if you want a total of 12, I think it is what it can hold. The belt.
And you said how much was the Lawbreaker's jacket?
That was 41k. Actually, wait a second here. And he goes back down through the list. I'm looking back up. So wondrous item. Jacket has 5 charges. So and it takes 2, and it takes 2. It takes 1. So you can do that once, twice. I've got a little cheat sheet here of how I'm doing some of my valuing of things.
Nice.
Ezra leans down to Franklin and kind of like whispers to him, "If I eat him, then everything's free, right?"
Sorry, no, the High Roller's mantle was 41k. I think that I did have it here actually. The Lawbreaker's jacket was just under it. It was 15k. I have to get one second here, and he's
Only if he gets the items in stock. Like he has to have them here. Right now, like we'd have to come back in a few days.
that taking the High Roller mantle out. You're down to 80k.
And how much was the Ring of Teething?
Oh, the Ring of Teething? Yeah, you're only looking at 2k.
It's free.
Okay. I'm going to drop the Dragon's Tooth belt because I was going back and forth on that as it was, and I already have a boatload of daggers.
Oh, shit.
Ezra confirming to Franklin. So we come back and I eat him.
Yeah, or we set off a large explosion, killing everyone here at the festival, and we come back and get the stuff then.
You're down to 70K.
That's pretty good. Is that including or excluding the staff of insects? I didn't catch that.
Including.
Including. That would be nice.
Yeah, so far we've gotten rid of the Ring of Understanding and the Dragon's Tooth Belt.
Yep. And the High Roller's Mantle.
And the High Roller's Mantle.
And Upchuck's Wedge. And the Blood Axe.
Yes.
Okay, that is totally up to you there, Ash. It's your buddy.
Well,
Wait,
I look back at you guys.
What if you offer a mango? They probably don't have them here.
They probably don't. How many mangoes do I have left?
Just need the seeds, though.
I do want to lean in and ask him again. I'm like, and the 70K is the best you can give us on these items. Again, fluttering my lashes, hand on the shoulder.
Go ahead and
trying
roll.
to be like eye to eye with him. Like, yeah, you want to give us a discount because we're so nice and we're not being a pain in the ass at all.
If only we had the distort value.
Having
That
you
one
done
now.
And I won't take the big dog on you.
30.
Damn. Yeah.
I'm the big dog, arf arf.
He's kind of shaking and quaking, and he goes, "I could probably take 1,000 off of that, but like I said, that still only leaves me with like a 2,000 commission." And
Right.
So you said he'd take 1,000 off.
Yeah. 69, baby.
That makes it 69.
That's good. I know what that is now.
What does that mean?
Oh,
We'll explain when you're older.
I used to be older, but now I'm 9. I had
yeah, you're like Benjamin Button.
So say that again. You cut out.
I said I may be 9, but I have the wisdom of a 10-year-old.
Beautiful.
I will say you are 11.
So I lean into him and I give him a little wink, and I'm like, I think we can do that. I was like, but I do want to ask, would you accept precious gems as payment?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I could probably do that. What kinds are you talking about?
I was like, give me just a moment. And I turn around real quick and I pull my backpack off and I kind of just set it in Franklin's arms and I'm like, hold this. I don't want to set this down. And I just reach in and I pull out 3 sapphires and hold them out in front of him.
Oh, those are nice. I could fairly cut-ish. I mean, they don't have any impurities. He's holding one up to the light. We could work with this.
And I'm like, okay, so you like the sapphires. Good. So I reach into the bag that Franklin is now holding and I just like pull out like another handful. And is there a counter near us? Are we standing at a counter? Are we standing by this guy's forge where he was working?
You guys probably walked in, and hadn't made it to like the back half of the store because this thing's like warehouse size. But there is at least near you probably a case with some encased armor that you could probably start laying this out on if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would pull out a handful and then I would start lining them up, like just putting them on there in a nice row. And
You guys,
I'm like, "What do you think
careful! Those sapphires those will cut right through that glass.
Oh, right through the glass. Okay, I thought it was wood.
Oh no!
Money.
I placed
Yeah.
them very gingerly.
Fun fact: sapphire is the second hardest stone, as in scratching. The only thing harder than it is diamond.
I should keep one just to break stuff with. Then.
And he makes that comment, and he's like, oh, well, and he like presses a few things on his keypad, on his mirrored device, and holds it close to the where you're laying it out on top of the glassed surface, and he goes, is that everything?
So I've probably pulled out. How many did I say I had of these gems? I've probably pulled out just like, what is it, 13 of them so far.
Okay.
And I'm like, this isn't enough to cover what we need, correct? Do you need
Oh,
more?
no. I'm just making sure this is this is the amount of sapphire that you're trading for. I'm assuming there's more to come. And he's just looking at after you've put them in nice, neat rows, like looking to see if there's any more room on top of the thing that you put it.
Yeah, so I would say there's the 3 that I handed him, and then I put 10 out on the counter, and I'll grab another 10 out of my backpack and start to line them up as close to the first row as I can.
His eyes are starting to grow. He goes, you've been mining. Where have you been mining?
I was in an incredibly strange cave, but it gave much, much loot for, and I pause, for much, much pleasure.
Oh.
What?
I'm talking about the phallic caves, but this is not
Oh.
where I got these.
Well, I don't know where those are, but
So yeah, there's about 20 of them out on the counter. And I look to him and I'm like, is this enough to cover everything? Do you need some more?
he holds the device up to the edge of the counter and starts kind of like is it okay if I touch him real quick here?
I gesture at him and like, go ahead.
You said you had 20 of them?
Yeah, I just lined up 20 of them on the counter, plus the 3 that I handed to him.
Okay. And he puts it over top. He takes them and kind of crowds them as much as possible on top of his mirrored device looking thing, even going so far as to stack some of them. He goes, it's about almost 30,000 worth of your total cost.
You said 30,000 of off of our total.
Yes.
So again, I reach into my bag. I pull out another 10. Line them up on the counter.
Down to 40, I would guess, before he starts trying to like making a pyramid on top of his device.
I'm just imagining him holding like the device with one hand and he's just kind of like building them up.
Yep.
Like a stack
much.
of cupcakes, but it's sapphires.
Pretty much. I could go more probably for some of these, and he holds one up to the light, but I still got to get them appraised, and the cost with that, and of obviously the exchange rates.
And I
So-
just kind of like look at him. I'm like, don't worry, you can trust me. These are well worth it.
I can see that they're very nice. That's 30. Like I said, though, 30,000 gold pieces for these.
All right, and then plus another 10 was 40,000. So how many have I given you? 33.
30.
So I'm gonna pull out another 10 and line those up. and another 10 and line those up. So that should be all of my sapphires.
That was.
So, okay, so
Another
my
20.
total sapphires was 52. So the last stack would have been a stack of 9, not 10.
Oh, okay.
So he's just standing there with a little mountain of sapphires now. Well, I don't know how
Yeah.
little.
I was gonna say it wasn't very little. He's like, oh well, this is like, yeah, that would get us to the 69,000. Is
So-
this paying with?
Yes, if this is a currency you will accept, I will gladly pay with these.
Okay. And he like presses the side of the mirror, and you see the pyramid just drop away inside of it, and it closes up, and you can. I can get some of those items off of your list right now, I think. And he goes back to tapping on it, and he goes, I think it was, yeah, the rhino's hide, the nope, that we've got. Oh, yep, we got this. The ring of proceeding. That's just a little bit back in the storage. What was the ring? Oh yeah, the ring of mind shielding.
Sweet.
What we did that, but and oh yeah, so I think it was just those two items there: the rhino's hide and burning protector, or the ring of
rhino's hide-
shield.
The rhino's
That
hide
we'd
and
have
what?
to. The ring of mind shield.
Okay.
Those are
That
the
we-
ones that you have to order.
Yeah, that we'd have to just bring in. We do have
Okay.
a belt of giant strength, but I want to be clear that it's the hill. We don't have storm giant accessible to us. That's the highest
Who
quality.
that's for.
We
Who's
yeah,
that for?
and you've purchased the worth of the hill giant belt of giant strength. I'm not sure. I think it was verbally said at some point. Even I'm trying to go back.
I was gonna say if we
Oh, no, that
paid
was
for it,
me.
it's ours now.
Oh,
Oh,
it may have been.
that was
It
me.
may have
Yeah.
been. It may have been.
Warren.
Mame.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah. Is she stronger than a? Would you say it was a hill giant?
I don't know. It gives you a strength of 21.
Probably not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I put belt of giant strength. I didn't specify.
Okay. I mean, either way, definitely Mame could use it. It gives you literally. I looked them up after that, and I was like, I knew they were standard items, but I didn't know all the tiers. I had no idea. It goes hill, frost / stone, fire, cloud, and storm, and those respectively are 21, 23, 25, 27, and 29. That's why I was like, yeah, I don't think there's a storm giant in this level of.
Right.
You might find a fire,
Jesus.
but not storm.
Yeah. Hill, fire, maybe cloud, very possible, but again, that you're talking like
I don't even know what
4K,
clouds are.
9K, 20K, 50K, 55K, and the storm at 150K. So
Right. I don't even know what clouds are.
It's hard to remember clouds. We've been down here so long. Okay, so
I've never
what
seen
are
one.
the items that he said he's gonna have to order, but the rest that he has?
that would be the ring of mind shielding and the rhino's hide burning protector axe. I personally see that it's on the roster. I just don't know where they would actually acquire it necessarily. I would guess it's from, and I'm not seeing actually who made this on here, but I would love to quote them if you have that information. Debbie.
The oh, they
Who
don't
has
put
what?
it on here. The Rhino hides burning axe.
Oh, got it.
I will look for that while we keep playing because it's in my long list of items. Okay, so we can get everything but 2 items. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, the rest will just have to come back for another day before the festival.
Yeah, can we have
Wink.
a written receipt?
Yeah, I'm about to say
and
Ezra's winking right at Franklin, winking so hard.
Wink, 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 wink.
yeah, it's gonna be totally great, guys. We all look like we're twitching.
Best festival.
Ever.
Can I have a written receipt and another receipt for the 2 items that need picked up? You know,
Oh.
just to be safe.
Oh yes, certainly. And he taps a few things, and um, on your side, a little hole that prints out this stone chip, basically, and he hands it to you.
Is this a receipt
you-
printed on stone? That's kind of cool.
Just hands it to you. You just whoever's on duty that day, present that. They'll understand what you need. You for the most part, you might have to recant those items, but it should be a full accounting of all the things that were had today.
Great.
And
Thrilled.
just give me a couple more minutes, and I can get you the rest of your items. And he looks at you guys to make sure there wasn't anything else before he turns on his heel and jogs off down
Is he so flustered right now?
the flustered. Yeah, I can tell from having, but not too terribly. But he comes back in like this 5 minutes, not even, and a folder handing out the other items that you guys purchased.
Okay, so I found the Rhino Hides Burning Protector Axe on my list that I keep here on Pinterest, but there's no link. Like when I click on the image, it doesn't take me to a link, and it just says axe design based on the work of Pugui 2001, and then some script characters that I don't know how to read. But I did take a screenshot, and I will share it in the Discord.
Wait.
No,
What did it say? What would it say? What the name was?
I think it's Pugui, but it's spelled P-U.
Poogie?
Yeah,
I thought Poogie originally too, but I'm like,
P-U-G.
nah, is it Poogie?
I know a creator named Poogie. That's why I'm like, I wonder if it's the same guy.
What's the item called again?
It's called Rhino Hides Burning Protector Axe. And Hides is spelled with an apostrophe S, so I'm guessing the character's name is Rhino Hide.
It's very pretty.
It's nice.
Ooh. Yeah,
For a
have you
character
seen
that
the
doesn't play with axes, I have a lot of axes saved.
Yeah,
have you seen the Lion series? The Lion series from not Loot Tavern, but I think it's Star Sail. The dragon, not dragon, but the lion armor set.
Lion armor set from Star Sail?
I think it's either Star Sail or something Tavern. Can't remember. Something Tavern, but it's like a really cool, like they did the greaves, the chest plate, the helm, the shoulders, all the way down to the sword. I mean, it looked sick. It would be a paladin's best friend.
Who are you biting first, Regina?
Oh yeah, because he came out and he handed us all of our stuff now.
Yes. Wait, what was the question?
I said, who are you biting first?
We shall see. I might take a big bite of these rocks and see what happens. I don't think I'm gonna bite anyone in our group. Or can I just go out on the street and bite someone?
Look for a pickpocket. Bite them.
Gains immediate praise from Ezra. Yep.
I
Like,
see.
yes, small one, bite your enemies.
Yes.
Yeah, I keep
Make
my
you
eye
excited.
out for troublemakers, and we'll see what happens if I see a pickpocket or a drunk or someone that
Okay.
needs to be bitten.
Just a drunk guy.
Drunk.
Just a happy drunk dude not doing anything wrong. Just gets bitten in the ass by a child.
That's what
Yeah.
you get. That's what you get.
I would say as we're getting the
Really?
items that
Fuck.
they would just be getting handed to Ash, and then she would like turn around and give them to their prospective owner or new owner now. So like the Ring of Teething, and then the other things we have to wait on. The Lawbreaker's jacket. I would give that over to Ezra.
Yep.
And I don't actually remember. What are you currently wearing? Are you just putting this on over it?
He's naked.
He's just
Naked
gonna
as
wear a
day
jacket
died.
now, no pants.
No. I was
Just
about to say,
heart-shaped boxers. Or white
Ezra's
boxers
wearing-
with heart shapes on them.
he's wearing like some leather jerkin pants and like a fur vest.
So leather jerkin pants and a fur vest.
Yep.
And now, are you gonna put the jacket on over your fur vest, or is the fur vest coming off? Also, do you
Oh,
have
no,
a
fur-
satchel?
Do I have a what?
A satchel or a bag to keep your stuff in?
Oh yeah.
Okay. The staff of the insect swarm. How much taller is this than Franklin?
Hoping it resizes for the person.
I thought
don't-
it would be
It's
great
not
if you
for
were just
me.
walking around with this really tall stick.
Well, it's not for me.
Oh.
It is something you asked for, though, if I remember.
Yes, no, I want it. It's just not for Franklin. It is for Amos, the insect, his familiar swarm. Because it's technically a creature, and because of the invocations I took, it gets its own action and stuff.
Mhm.
So if I give it a staff that has spells built in, they can use
Right.
staffs and wands and have its own concentration.
Sure. And in that case, I mean, it does not resize as far as you can tell. I mean, and the you stating that too, the goblin that's been doing the trading goes, was that needing to be built in? I can
I
send
mean,
it over to Isnel, but she might. Not a guarantee that it won't be cursed.
That it will be cursed.
Question.
because like my swarm is it's a giant, it's a swarm of insects like the size of a person, so it could probably carry it. But
yeah.
in my head, I was just thinking of one individual insect with a staff, but it can technically carry it just fine.
Right. Possible answer, little one? What do you got?
Yes. So mom, I gesture toward the freaky plant skull on my shoulder. Logic. Could mom also wield a weapon?
Dang.
The answer, I mean, so mechanically, I don't know if you know or want to answer this, Josh, or not, but
It's
I don't-
familiar.
Correct.
they can.
In-
It's just about action economy.
Yeah. Well, and the thing that I was going to say is the ultimate response of the individual would just look at the root clustered skull on your shoulder and go, don't see any hands. ends.
Yeah, the end of a spinal column that could wrap around and hold something. Theoretically.
Or a circlet of blasting,
Yes.
something that it could wear on its head.
Oh. I was thinking of utilizing the spinal column. For example, I feel like that could be strong enough to pull the trigger on.
Fucking gun. Yes.
Give it a
Your
gun.
necro gun. What does it look like to you, your necro gun?
I imagine it looking like an old-timey, like, is that, I don't know, gun names, rifle, the thing that's like really long,
Yeah.
that's in, like cowboy movies, like that, except shoots out like necro stuff. Balls of, I don't know, like light up blue and green and all kind of magic-y
Nice.
looking stuff. Yeah. Okay, so theoretically, could the end of a spinal column have the strength to pull a trigger?
Gone.
Uh-oh, it got quiet. Did we lose someone?
I'm just trying to compute that question.
Okay, sorry.
I guess the real question is, can it use items, right?
Yeah, I guess just items in general, because I could probably think of something else. I also have blow darts that perhaps could be blown by a skull.
Without lungs?
Like, yeah. We're like
You
really
need
getting cool, though.
like a wand of magic missiles or something. I could use that with a spinal column.
No, yeah, then we'll scratch the blowgun or the blow darts idea. I'm just thinking that yeah,
The
like
necro gun would be cool though,
yeah, that would be so
because
sick.
it's like
Floating.
a whole bunch of like root things, right? Not just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could like join together to form like a fist. Just shoot people.
Yeah.
I mean, so mechanically, I think the issue is more so about action economy, because normally you have to use your action to give it an action.
Okay.
But if you are a chain familiar warlock, you can take a invocation that lets you use your bonus action to give it an action.
Okay. I vaguely remember I thought my familiar had its own action.
That's what I was kind of trying to remember too.
Yeah.
Is it a find familiar like the spell, or did you get it from like a class?
I'm actually not sure. It's not from Find Familiar. Like it's actually like it's always there.
What's your class?
My class, wizard.
I thought you.
That would
I thought
have to
you-
be find familiar then.
I was gonna say I thought you'd found this to be your familiar, basically.
Okay, so
And
using this, how does that work then? Like, do I
Combat. Oh no! In combat, it rolls its own
action.
initiative and acts on its
Yeah.
own turn. It can't
Yeah.
attack, but it can take other actions.
Okay.
So it can't physically attack things.
Okay.
But you could use it like me to summon something that can.
Okay.
Okay. As the rule states, it cannot attack. It cannot attack. But
Mhm.
if the item uses an attack, the item is attacking. It is not attacking. It's just activating an item
mean,
that does attack.
Sure, that's the age-old question of
according-
what kills people, the gun or the person.
Guns
The
don't kill
gun.
people, mom familiars do.
All familiars, yes.
Okay. I feel like well, I guess that's a question for Josh, but like if we were to parse out weapons, a gun would be the type of weapon that you could argue like if
I
the
don't agree with the
like,
way that it. I don't agree with the way that it is written personally. As long as you're able to account for it and remind me, for the most part, that it exists, because my ADHD doesn't always have object permanence. As long as you can do that and give me the initiative roll that it asks for, then in my opinion, it has an action, bonus action, and movement, just as it states, more or less. But it tries to go back on that and say that it can't attack. Bullshit. it,
then
it, it
yeah.
I mean,
I guess my
that's
only
how
thing with that
that's,
is, doesn't
that's how
that
I kind of roll
degrade
on my
the
stuff.
doesn't that degrade the classes that have specific things to give them more powerful familiars?
I don't know what you mean, like the swarm
Not
keeper.
No, so like
not
a
really.
chain, like, well, so like a chain warlock, their familiar can attack and cast spells and do things like that. But a find familiar level 1 spell is like a scouting purpose.
I see.
That would be my concern, is just like if you give every familiar the ability to have its own like everything, which it
Well,
technically does, right?
yeah.
Like it has an action and everything, but
Right.
I don't know.
That's the
I mean,
thing that
how I
I'm saying is bullocks, in my opinion. It can't attack, but it has an action. Why
Right.
can't it attack, but it has an action? That
Right. I guess
contradicts
I
itself.
mean they are a lot weaker too, so I guess that's
They
not,
are.
it's
They're
not really a
extremely.
problem.
I mean, how I
Yeah,
usually
they're like
do it
2
on
HP.
Yeah.
my table, Josh, is like, um, they are two, like they all go like say you had a ranger, right? Ranger has a companion. He rolls one initiative, and then he
Right.
does his turn, and then he does his pet's turn. The pet, I
Yeah.
don't make like my guys sacrifice. Oh, I'm going to use my bonus action to give my pet a turn. No, you have your
Correct.
bonus action.
Oh,
You get all that. It gets it one
I mean,
initiative, just so it
that
cleans up the initiative and all that.
that would be sick. Would that then apply to my swarm too? If so, then I have no
Yeah.
problem with any of this. Okay. I was
I would
just
agree
like
with
in my
I
head,
mean,
I
but
was like,
that's how
That's what
I
we-
would. That's how I rule it. That's how I rule it. I don't know how Josh would
Okay.
rule it, like, but that's how
No,
I would
I
do
agree
it.
with you.
Or how-
That's
yeah.
what I thought we've done in the past too. Is like you've used your swarm to accomplish other things for yourself. You haven't necessarily attacked with it, partially just because, like you were saying about the point of that they are weak. They don't have a lot of HP, so you can't just like throw them into combat and
yeah,
expect.
like my swarm probably will end up having about 30 HP after everything is said and done. But to get them to do anything, I have
Yeah.
to use my bonus action.
Oh,
I see.
oh,
No,
to help
I would
Rangers
rule
out.
against that.
To help Rangers out, because I'm sorry, the Beastmaster and just Rangers in general kind of got
Yeah,
a
they're
short
bad.
stick. I used me and my son, we came up with the idea, like, you know how in Tasha's book they gave you the companions and stuff, how they had their own little leveling chart and stuff.
Right?
Mm.
Use that for your pet. Level your pet, like level up your pet. Give it feats,
That
give it
would be
abilities,
nice.
all that.
But
And it
yeah,
works. My son actually did it.
these items are
And it worked.
basically my method of like leveling up a familiar. But all right, if that's how it works and they get their own turn, then I got no problems. I'll shut up.
Yeah, no. That's
Okay.
definitely
So
yeah,
to
good. Go ahead.
To clarify, we're saying that in battle the familiar gets their own turn, or what are we deciding is the rule?
That is the
Their
rule.
own-
Okay.
Yeah, their own set of actions. If you want to make it simple and run them on your initiative, so you're not going twice in the initiative count.
Oh
I think
yeah.
that's what Rick was saying.
And
they-
what I would suggest in general, just because
Mhm.
I've put it the opposite of that, and it's not pleasant.
Right.
So they roll their own initiative.
No, you roll initiative, and they play directly after you, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Do all your
You-
stuff
but yeah.
together.
Yeah, you do one initiative, you do your turn, and then immediately following your turn, they use and go.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
And to answer your ultimate question, I think theoretically, from what we understand of your familiar, it could fire a gun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's all I want. Whether or not I'd use a bonus action for it to fire a gun, or regardless of how it needed to fire the gun, I was happy with that. But I'm happy that that's its own thing now too.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
But, okay, I'm very, very, very excited to see where this goes.
Right, now we just need to fight some things.
You know, there's always that shopkeeper that Ezra wants to eat.
I mean,
We
Yes.
do need to go to the temple
Temple.
to inquire
Yeah.
about more information about this place, because the temple is supposedly like the center of this town, and it is being led by a deity of greed,
Aishen,
Taishen.
Kai, with a C or a K, however you want to accept that into your heart. And you may have brought it up to the goblin that's running the shop there too, and he goes, well, that's yeah, Aishen, he's definitely for the greed.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Um,
I have some names written down that Manny gave us. I have Mammon, Pater, Plutos, Noosh, and then
Yeah, yeah.
this last one looks like cashier, which I'm guessing I wrote this out wrong. And then in parentheses next to all of these, I have greedy bastard.
That's accurate. I wouldn't call him that in the presence of the church, though. He's pretty much listening there at all times. Also, though, he definitely prefers the Kai Shen namesake currently. If you go by any of those others, he might smite you just for fun. He's an asshole like that. But if you go back to the edge of town, where he came over from the Greedy Goblin, and just a little bit north from there, along the wall, there's a door and the cliffside, and you should enter through there.
A door in the cliffside. Okay.
Great.
And that's where the temple is, on a door in a cliffside?
Yes, madam.
I thank him for her all of his wonderful, helpful service, and give him a little wink and a wave before sauntering out of the building.
You look to the rest of you that are just probably standing there, like, see you by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, you probably guys all hear him under his breath with the ear passives, and hopefully they bring their sugar mama again.
Here's hope she still exists.
Yeah, I'm wondering now, I'm like, should I split up some of these gems? Because I mean, like, I just got rid of all the sapphires, but I'm like, what if I just put some gems in some other people's pockets? Like, here you go.
I mean, if we had like a secure location in the pocket rocket, you could do that. But we had a box full of cash, but someone emptied it.
Warren.
And then they
Yeah.
disappeared out of existence, or else we'd be rummaging through their pockets.
Right.
Travel music, do 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 do
Do do do
do.
do do.
Yes.
You get in front of the entrance to the cliff face that he was talking about. You guys try to enter, or it's like a
Yeah.
met. So you guys get to it. I want to just describe this for you too. You get to it, and the cliff face itself looks like it's been hewn, as in they've mined this space out along the cliff face to create this traveled path, and then it gets hewn even deeper into this metal, very finely crafted metal door that has um, not only the door itself that's metal, but also the either side of it that it abuts to is metal.
Oh, does it have like a little keypad or anything?
It does not.
Okay. Does it spark any memories of the modern world? Get a nosebleed.
You can roll a history check.
We're rolling a history check to see if it reminds us of the modern world.
That
It's like
was
the way he described it is I thought of like a modern like metal like outpost. It's not loading. Collections, my characters. Why did it unload? Franklin Twartle! Alright, history +1. Let's go. 11. I get a nosebleed. Ow.
and then you get distracted by the nosebleed, and you're like, "What was I thinking about?"
I start
Why
picking
did
my
this
nose
happen?
and then running around in circles around everyone as we walk.
So I do remember that they said we shouldn't go there at a certain time of day because they would be offended and mad.
Sounds familiar.
But I don't know if I have the time of day offhand.
You could also roll a history check for that.
Yeah, I think I will do that because I just have church handles the money and the governing. I take really detailed notes, I swear.
Better than me.
Yeah, for sure.
Literally anything.
23.
So you know for sure that that time of day has just passed, because it is coming towards the afternoon hours, if you will. Um, you only know this too because Bildrith had been whispering you sweet nothings as you were asking him, how do they tell time in such a place? And you look up over the top of the cavern at this glowstone. It's a stone that sits atop the very point of the cavern. It does not move. It sits in the very top, and it looks almost like a stalactite, except that the rest of them, which are pointed, this one is rounded. And at every hour on the hour, there seems to have been a burst of fire that slams into it, heating
Wow.
it back up. And you know for a fact, because of the cold nature of it currently, that it is later in the day. And
So to clarify, is that thing acting kind of like a sun or just like a big clock?
big clock.
Okay.
Actually, I've just been making this up on the spot, and it would probably be that there are several stalactites, and it is one of the stalactites that are farther along the cavern, which indicates that it is a later in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So you know it is every hour to approach the church, from your understanding with Piltrith. So do you guys try to open the door?
I'll turn to everyone and be like, okay, so this is a good time for us to approach the church because they won't get mad or offended. Shall we proceed inside and see what we can find?
I think that's a good idea. Just remember, everyone, don't offend the church, even if their ideas are stupid.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna like look down at what's your character's name again? Which one are we using? Regina, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Regina.
Yeah, I'm gonna look down at Regina and I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna be like, okay, so we're gonna agree with whatever they say, even if it sounds really dumb. And I'm gonna look up at Ezra and say the same thing. Just smile and nod.
Oh God.
And then I'm going to, is there a knocker? Like, do I need to knock or can we just waltz right in?
It seems to be there's just the door handle.
I want to knock.
Roll performance.
Okay. 20.
It is a very elegant knock. You probably do like once with your knuckles, twice with your heel, and then once with your knuckles again, or something like that. And then you're standing there, and there is no response.
Dang, I thought that was impressive.
After waiting for a moment and nobody answering, I would open the door. Slowly. Just like reach down, see if I can turn the knob and open the door.
The handle opens no problem, and the door swings out towards you. You guys see into a fully metalled hallway, ceiling and floor, down to a corridor that has another door of a very similar make.
This place is made out of like just fully metal.
Full metal. Yep.
How
Oh.
hot is it in here? I mean, I
It
know
is-
we have the ring or the necklaces of fire protection.
It would have felt sweltering outside of the hallway. Inside of that hallway, it's almost you're all very, oh well, those that are wearing shoes are very glad to be wearing shoes.
Ow,
I look
hot,
around.
hot,
Do I notice
hot.
anything besides a hot metal room?
In this particular space, no. It appears was a transition space and a hallway. More than needed to be high. Ezra probably ducking to make sure that he fits inside of the space. Everyone else is probably fitting mostly comfortably. Actually, sorry, I think Franklin might even be ducking because it is.
Wait, what size
stature.
is the door?
The door was fairly large, but it opened into the smaller corridor. The door was easily 7 foot.
So the door was 7 foot and the corridor is very small.
Yeah, like 4 foot.
Oh yeah, I am ducking a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say I
I'm
think I'm
like
4
a kid.
foot too. So yeah, I would be ducking. Right?
If this is on purpose, it's like a defensive thing. Or this place was made by dwarves. Or goblins.
I was gonna say the
munching
goblins
on
have
some
all
turkey.
been pretty small.
So do you open the door at the end of the corridor?
I'm gonna knock there as well. Should I roll another performance?
You may, but I will guarantee there is no response.
No
even
response.
with elegant 18.
I do another fancy knock and get no response. After a moment of no response, I would also test the door to see if it would open.
It opens no problem.
It opens no problem.
Correct. And you guys waltz on through into a much larger space, similar in nature to the rough-hewn area you were before, but with a much more organized nature to the architecture beyond. Simply because there is only one building specifically in front of you, and that is of a massive, you're guessing, church that they have been talking about, because it's got a sloped roof and a steeple in this direction, that'd be east position. As well as that it is noticeably cooler, even though it's still as vibrantly bright somehow in all directions.
Turn to the others. Isn't it weird how we still use north, south, east, and west in hell? That literally doesn't exist here.
I mean, it does, but we're just guessing, aren't we?
There's only two, right? We're just guessing. Did someone get a compass?
Yes, Ezra has a compass.
Yep.
Which way is north? It
Ezra
always
pulls out
points
his
at you.
compass.
You pull out the compass that nearly you look at it, and it points currently towards the church in front of you.
Oh,
That way.
so that's north. I look to you. You should really spend some time with that thing and get to know it. I shake my book. This thing has been very educational.
So I'm gonna start marching towards the church. Do I notice anything in the area that we are walking through?
Well, you
Keep
notice
our
quite a lot of
eyes
things.
out for pickpockets.
Yeah.
You notice quite a lot of things. First and foremost, that there isn't much of a crowd here, especially at this hour. You realize directly in front of you there is not a door. You only suspect that a door is in the southern location because you can hear some conversation in that direction.
We can hear some conversation in that direction. That's what you said.
Yep.
Walls are talking to me.
I'm typing up this item I just got. How do you spell wield? Like wield and wielder?
Wield.
It's
I
EI?
just-
That's what I thought it was too.
It was
But it's
I
telling me
before,
it's wrong. EI.
yeah, I before E, except for after C.
Oh, so it's IELDER?
Yep, it is.
Okay.
Fuck you, English.
It doesn't make sense, guys, but I just wanted to make sure it was right.
More words in the English language break that rule than follow it.
I agree.
So EI. I think that's like fact though.
Yeah, the like weird.
It's weird, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Bite someone.
Okay. So please
You
go
guys
back to
can move your
what we
characters,
noticed.
right? Oh shit, I gotta move. That's what I haven't.
Yeah, I was
fucking
gonna say
done.
we're still
Sorry,
staring
guys.
at a door.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. I just thought
Here
maybe
we
you didn't have a map
go.
for it.
No, I got you. I got you. Now you're there. I was about to say, like, you guys can move your characters, right? I'm just staring at you guys. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, to the south of this position is where you've heard the conversation. And no one else is moving. They got to the other side of the door. Ash, you round the corner of the church and see two goblinoid figures at two separate doors, standing, looks like vigil or guard.
Do these goblin figures look familiar?
They look of a similar build to the ones that were in front of the greedy goblin. You're wondering if maybe there's some sort of guard school or something. And
Guard
family.
scene.
as well
I
as
mean,
a
that
statue,
makes sense for the other game.
as well as a statue that looks to be very beefy with a hammer and stands easily 30-40 feet up in the chamber, almost brushing some of the stalactites that are dripping down from the ceiling in this area.
There's moisture dripping from the ceiling?
No, the stalactites on the cavern ceiling are appearing as if dripping.
Okay.
They don't have water necessarily that you can see currently. It's too hot.
I'm gonna say it just drips and then evaporates halfway down.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna slowly approach me and Bob. Just gonna slowly approach to these goblins.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call out a greeting as friendly as possible. Like, hail, friends.
They look at each other and they go. The one that's closest to you goes, "You aren't no friend of mine."
And I kind of like squint at them and I'm like, oh, are we not? I thought I had met you just the other day. I must be mistaken. Forgive me. I was like, I'm new around here and I was hoping to visit your beautiful temple.
You wish to go inside, but then you must smell filthy to Kai Shen.
Oh, is that so? And I kind of like turn around to kneel down and pet Bob and I talk into my Torg and I'm like, Manny, can I just
Oi.
fake can I just fake swearing fealty or is Kai Shen gonna know?
Oh, that asshole, he's pretty greedy. He'll take just about any swearing you give him. Well, I've tried a good one off, but you sound like you guys are a little bit different there. Have you been talking? Have you been talking to Michael Polis?
Have I been talking to Michael Polis? Ash says she's like, I haven't been talking to Michael Polis. But then she kind of like pauses for a second. Her nose starts to bleed. She's like, I don't think I have.
Yes.
Like she says it with so much uncertainty now.
He asked the question of everyone else that's in the group, which I think of which only Franklin would have any leeway on the factor.
He's got notes.
Yeah, so he asked the question of you, Franklin. Have you been talking to Michael Polis?
Why? Why do you care?
I don't know.
Franklin still is antagonistic towards this god. He was like,
Sure. Oh, that's fucking bitch. She probably told you that if you release me, he's sounding like he's. When I said tied one off, I meant he's sounding like he's fair and deep into a bottle. Put it lightly. She would probably tell you that if you release me,
that I would probably explode the Tareth. Which, I mean, yeah, so what, right? Like, you don't
Right.
care. But,
No.
like, bro, yeah, you're gonna know that you're gonna steal that world seed you probably been building with it, right? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna steal that world seed. And then we're gonna rebuild the world in our image. And you're gonna be one of the gods that are at my table.
Oh, your table. I see. I look at the others. Yeah, I mean, that makes total sense. Like we should totally do that. I'm fine with genocide.
Genocide of the whole planet.
Right. What about you guys? I mean, but like, is that true? Like, she said that's what would happen, but like, is that true? Theoretically, if she said that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess if she said that, then yes, she would probably have said that if you release me, the world would explode. And if you kill me, the world's gonna implode because, no magic would exist and the forces of nature that are built upon this
Right.
world are magical and it would just make some weird noises there. I don't know if those came through or not, but
They did.
We all start getting nosebleeds and they're ringing in our ears.
Like, okay, if we
Oh,
free Manny, the world explodes. If we kill Manny, the world implodes.
right.
yeah,
But if we leave him there, then the world is fine, but we're trapped in hell.
and exactly, and if it explodes, like it's fine because I can just bring it all back together. We
I
can
hold
remake it
my
in our image. It's fine.
I hold my hand over the torque like a phone as I whisper to the other guys. So I'm pretty sure it's basically blackmail, right? Like either we free him and explode the world and become gods under him, or we have to stay here forever. And I don't know about you, but I don't negotiate with terrorists. I am a terrorist.
I'm just looking at Franklin and I'm just kind of like nodding in agreement, like, yeah, I don't like this, but I don't say anything out loud.
Mm-hmm. Jeez, Bailey, you know, there's got to be some kind of third option, because, like, aren't you sick of being there? And, like, I guess that's the thing, too, is you want us to release you so that you could become the god of everything, and then we are subordinate under you, and we make our own world. But how do you suggest that we steal the world seed when we're in that place, pouring nosebleed, that we can't actively try to harm anyone or steal anything or do anything bad?
Yeah, actually, would Ezra and Regina have a nosebleed because they've gone through this not as many times as we have? I feel like Ash is just kneeling down and just petting Bob the crocodile, and she's kind of shaking, and there is just blood coming out of both nostrils, and her eyes are like fully dilated because she's like, I don't want to blow up the world. I want to rule the world. I don't want to blow up the world. I want to rule the world. And she's just like, oh.
Ezra for sure would just be staring at you guys like, what's going on?
Yeah, you see us all bleeding.
And Regina, I mean, you at least understand what the world seed is, which was the Lego device that you were helping build from a secondary perspective, tertiary
Yeah.
perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with it, and in the sense that you may have like your eyes are bloodshot at the most.
Okay, no bleeding.
Correct.
I take out a book that I have. I recently got this book. How do you know what's really real? And it's teaching me things.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to. It's hitting real good right now.
Begin vomiting blood.
I'm gonna be like, all right, we handle this, and I kind of just try to like end the call with Manny.
We'll get there. We need some sort of psychic defense. Oh wait, I attuned the ring of mind shielding. I don't know if that helps me at all, but
Yeah, that new circlet I bought, it's sitting on my head. I don't know how long it takes to attune it. I thought we had to like spend like 8 hours or so with it,
Yeah,
but it
I was
is
gonna
on
say.
top of my
Okay.
head.
we'll do it overnight.
Yep.
And I'm gonna stand up and turn around to the 2 guard goblins real quick. Blood still coming out of my nose, and I'm just gonna pull out like a handkerchief out of nowhere and just kind of like wipe my face off real quick, and just be like, "Yeah, we can swear fealty. That's no problem." And I seem
Oh.
jittery.
Okay then. You just to be clear, you're gonna be purged of all substances, including those of MSG. You're aware, right?
I'm sorry, we're gonna be purged of all substances, including MSG. You mean from our bodies or from our persons?
Oh, just from your bodies. Just so the fealty sticks.
Oh, okay. He's saying that because he thinks I just did a line off of a crocodile. Yep, that's what I just do. I just do lines off of crocodiles in front of a church. And I'll be like, yeah, that's totally fine. And I'm like, and I just turn to the others and I'm like, hey guys, do you want to go swear fealty to a god?
I guess.
And I
Said
kind of
it'll
give
purge.
a
purge
wink to
us.
Franklin, and I just kind of like give him a little hand gesture, like meh,
Oh,
fealty,
okay.
meh.
Yeah.
But do it without trying to keep it from sight of the goblin guards. And I start marching up the stairs with me and my crocodile.
And the one closest to you opens the door, and you hear a chanting from inside.
I'm sorry. Is there a pimp on this?
Yes. Yes. So much yes.
Is this god a pimp?
Pimp god. The god of pimps. There has to be one.
If everyone is walking in with me, I'm gonna kind of like lean down towards Franklin and just very gently whisper, I'm like, that little fancy package you were talking about, this should be the place where we deliver it.
I'll look around. I mean, that's true. We probably wouldn't be able to actually hit like the rest of the city, but if we wanted to do like just this place, yeah. I'm a little concerned about this whole like purging corruption from us when we're like pledging fealty to this guy. What? I can't do a binding oath. I've already got one.
I'm gonna whisper to him like, just cross your fingers, right? That's how it's not binding.
Oh.
I'm
Tap my
actually,
nose.
you know what? I'm gonna kneel down next to Bob again, and I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, can we fake an oath without getting caught? Do you know of any way we can do this?
Well, mistress, that's an interesting question you've got there, but he kind of eyes you skeptically, just considering your guys' relationship and all too, and he goes, I have to say, well, it's all in the wording. Is all
Oh.
he says. And you guys are walking to this very large steepled church that has goblins lined up to one side. It looks like there is molten metals of some sort on one side, which they are working on. Off to the right side, as you guys walk in, and you're hearing a chant
if not more of a prayer that's kind of emanating throughout the entirety of it that goes, more, always more, wealth flows to the worthy, and I am worthy. And they just continue to repeat in infinity. So more, always more, wealth flows to the worthy, and I am worthy. Just resonating through the church.
So I'm gonna stop where I have my character stopped, just like past the first pew or the last pew.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna kind of look around, and so all the people that are chanting look or dressed very similar.
Yeah.
And then the one person that stands out to me is that a pastor.
Standing at a sort of altar of sorts, and he was reading through, it looks like, some things, and he sees you walk in, you all, and are very distinctly not goblin, and he limps over with a hard left leg and a cane, and his flamboyant wear, and he just goes, "What's up? What's up?"
Oh wow! Hi.
I just shoot him a really big grin, and I'm like, "Hello, you are so energetic. It's so lovely in here."
I try to keep things up and coming, but all of my flock aren't always of the same mind. But you just gotta take a little right link if you gotta catch my drift.
You said the right link.
Yeah, we have to click the correct link.
It was more of a stupid reference to Tiddlywinks and Tiddle the White Right Wink.
Oh.
I just nod my head, and I'm like, yes. So we came to admire this beautiful temple because we are new to the area. And I kind of like give a little bow, and I give my name. I'm like, my name is Ash, and then I introduce my friends, and I'm like, this is Franklin, and this is Ezra, and this is Regina. I don't mention Bob. I don't say anything about the alligator. But I do try to like keep very close to him or keep my hand on him if at all possible. I know he's really low to the ground. I might not be able to do that. And I just like am gesturing very like big gestures to my friends, and I'm like, we just came to admire your beautiful temple and see what all the hubbub was about.
Yes, well, now that you're here, you've got to. You probably heard from the gods that you've got to swear fealty.
Yes, I believe they said we had to swear fealty to. And I turn back and look at my companions, and I was like, Kai Shen?
Stupidly, madam. Well, the only thing that I'd ask beyond that is nothing, because you can just simply pay me for whatever you want.
So let
Like
me
bribe?
clarify a little bit. So we swear fealty to you, and then we
No,
pay
no,
you
no.
for favors, or not to you, to Kai Shen,
Yes. Kai
and then we
Shen.
pay you for services.
Yes, exactly. If you would want anything that I can certainly get a hold of. I'm simply here to serve. And he winks.
Instead of giving fealty to Paisha, do you want us to give you money? Like a bribe?
No.
We'll bribe you.
No.
Wink.
You've got to still swear the fealties to Kai Shan.
Uh-huh. and then we need to pay you to do stuff. That seems like
Only if you want stuff done.
yeah. We had to pay some guys to get to a bar the other day. I gesture at the two skeletons that are following me.
Oh, I thought they were still in the pocket rocket. But they
Oh,
were
yeah,
mining them.
that's fine. They're in the pocket rocket. I forgot. It's been a bit. And that did add well for them. Let me just say.
Well, I mean, like I said, you don't have to order any of my services. I'm here simply to serve, just as Kaishen wills it. And, well, the swearing to fealty is simply the phrase that you hear uttered everywhere. Nick, you guys would hear again, more, always more, wealth flows to the worthy, and I am worthy.
More, always more.
Yep.
More, always more. Wealth to the worthy. I am worthy. Interesting. So, if we swear a fealty, is it like a magically binding contract? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, well, a little bit. If you try to leave the temple at this point, there might be some ramifications if you don't utter this phrase. I haven't really experienced that in my lifetime.
Oh,
Be
so
quite,
just walking through the door is just a big trap,
yeah, kind of.
like do the others.
I'm very
Fuck.
tempted to tell Bob to leave just to see what happens.
I mean, I could send one of my insects to see if they explode.
But would insects need to swear fealty? Would that be something that this god ignores?
That's true. If not, well, here's the thing. If I'll try to send one through, because if they can't, then we could send them, and I could speak through them and control them, and we could order some dynamite, So, like a
Just send-
Domino's delivery or dynamite delivery.
Yeah, just give them each like a precious gem to go pay for the dynamite with.
All right. I pull one of them. I pull one of them out from my shell. I'm just like, well, bud, your turn. I toss them through the door.
What are you doing? And he goes to the door with your command.
Nice.
And what was your command again? Just clarifying.
I
To get
mean, I
dynamite.
just want to see if he dies.
Go through
So
the
you-
door,
See
see
what
if you die.
happens. Like the guy says that we walk through the door, and if we go back the other way, something bad will happen. So
Yeah, there'll be
we're gonna
ramifications.
see what that is.
I'll do my best. And Jim walks
Okay.
through the door. The guards kind of ignore him. But then you see just through the doorway, just before it closes, and potentially even through the eyes on
Yeah, I can
that
see
you're
through
looking
them.
through, right?
Yeah.
A large thing from above. You could roll perception if you'd like.
Hell yeah. Uh, 14 plus 4, 18.
Your eyes, as the dire cricket, resolve around a flat plate that you realize is attached to a long stem of a hammer that was the statue as you guys walked in, crushing the cricket. Jim, and he is no more.
God, I pull back. Guys, I just experienced death again. That was great. I cracked my neck. My eyes are black. So it looks like when the cricket goes through, the large statue that was there smashes them with a hammer.
I kind of like nod my head and I was like, I figured it'd be something along those lines. I turn back to our, do we call this a priest? Our serviceman.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And so I was kind of, while talking to some of the citizens on this level of hell, they made it sound like as if Kai Shen was here and that we could just sit down and have a nice chit chat with him.
Oh, you certainly, most certainly can. Once you swear your fealty, then you will have confealty with the god Kashen.
Where did he? So he's in the building.
Well, I mean, after a manner of speaking.
So no.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
It
is
doesn't
this
take
god
physical
actually
form.
here?
It doesn't take physical form if that is what you are referring to here on most occasions, unless given a very generous offering.
Oh,
Can I tell if this guy's giving us the rigmarole? Because this sounds like a load of BS.
yeah. I'll assist. What's your insight?
My
about
insight
you?
is a +9.
Yeah. What is the other two doing? We haven't heard from them for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Ezra
feel like
and
we're talking a lot.
Regina.
I don't mean to like not give you guys any airtime.
How
Oh
is
no,
your response to the
Ezra's
situation?
just spying everybody. Ezra's just spying everybody suspiciously. Like, are they getting close to Regina? Are they going to try to steal her?
Oh boy, you got it
And
hard.
have you tried to bite any of the patrons of this god?
Yeah.
Thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
What about Regina? What's she biting?
I'm just waiting to the go-to, and I'm gonna bite somebody's toes off.
Toes, bite them off.
Yes, correct.
Right
yeah.
off, full force.
I'm just scoping it out. I'm sensing if there's gonna be any hostility going down, and I'm ready.
I rolled an insight check of 13.
You know for a fact that he's saying to what he believes the truth is, to the utmost of his potential.
Okay. Okay, so he
Sorry.
definitely believes what he's telling us, even though it sounds like a load of bull.
Yeah. We're
I-
trapped.
yeah, I feel like
Franklin starts hyperventilating. I hate being trapped. It's like being trapped in a cellar in a hole, chained to a wall, having to eat bugs until you die.
I kind of pat Franklin on the shoulder and I'm like, don't worry, we are definitely going to get out of here. And I turn to the preacher
Mm.
and I'm just like, okay, I think it's quite fine to swear fealty. And I recite the chant, more, always more. What was it? Wealth to the worthy, and I am worthy.
Right?
And I do it very showily. Like I put on a whole performance.
Alrighty.
Okay, so
Ooh, that's a natural one,
yeah, I was
though.
gonna say I rolled a nat 1, but I have a +13, and I think I have a skill that means nat 1s don't affect me, but I don't remember what it is.
What's your race?
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say, I
am
know
a
you're not a hobbit,
changeling rogue bard.
because hobbits have, or hobbits, yeah,
Halflings.
halflings have lucky foot or something like that. That's what I always want to call it, but it's like lucky chance, where you can have you re-roll one nat ones, basically.
Yep. Super powerful.
If you can find that while I'm just mulling over, let me know. But otherwise, I would say that Bob got in your way while you were trying to
Mhm.
do your performance, and you tripped over Crocodile Bob and landed back down with your head facing up towards the pimp preacher.
Okay, so the thing I was thinking of is Jack of all trades. So no, I don't. I am still affected by nat ones.
All right. Your head is in between Pimp Preacher's legs and looking up at him.
What's his name?
I've just been calling him Pimp Preacher currently. He has
Okay.
not recited his name.
Pimp Preacher's, I think, a very apt name. Okay, yeah. So, I would say I go to start saying, the chant or the fealty, and I try to do it very flourishingly. Trip over Bob, land on the ground, and as I land on the ground, I kind of just like huff out and finish saying the chant anyways while laying on the ground.
And he goes, "Well, Pai Shen is very appreciative of your position currently." Looks up and around like anyone's looking. Starts to lower himself.
I let out a chuckle and I get up. And I'm just like, I'm sure very many would be appreciative of that position. And I just like raise my eyebrows at him as I stand back up.
Someone follow suit, or everyone else standing back farther and trying to look at
Get
their
sex
extra out.
education lesson.
What just happened between those people?
I don't know, but I think I know, and I got a different kind of nosebleed.
No.
Are they playing leapfrog?
For wrestling.
The rest.
Playing leapfrog and failing.
Say I've never played it like that before.
I wouldn't recommend playing it like that. That kind of, and I'm like dusting myself off. I was gonna say that way is less fun. I was trying to do the flourish. By the way, like trying to do the flourish so that if I said it, that would be enough, and maybe not everybody had to say it. But I don't know if that worked.
The flourish.
Yeah, the
I'm not
flourish
sure.
where I fell on my back and landed with my face under him. And I just turned back to Pimp Preacher, and I'm like, I just put a hand on my hip and kind of give him like a sultry smile. And I'm like, is that good enough for our swearing fealty?
Well, miss, I don't know, because I think it would be good enough for you, but I didn't hear the words from everyone else.
Feel Ash, you feel any different?
Do I
Yeah.
notice any difference?
You probably do not notice any particular difference, although the people that are standing currently over here are paying you less attention, which it seems to be a flock of those guard-looking individuals that are burning-skinned, kind of magma-looking, almost goblins that are working on some metal with a giant hammer. It looks like two at a time are holding the hammer, and two others are holding it some tongs, while another is situating some of the coals, as well as another five on the other side are handling the billows to the forge almost.
Let's see. Ezra will attempt to try to I guess, pledge like Ash did.
All right.
I, Ezra, promise to God, the person I will follow. But if anybody touched my pup, I eat you. Praise God.
Hey, bad.
Performance. And
Please do better than
wouldn't-
me.
you would have you would know the phrase being said around you because it's still being said currently, even, which is more, always more. Wealth flows to the worthy, and I am worthy. Not sure if you repeat that necessarily in that phrasing as well or not, but that is what is being said.
Oh God, this is gonna be fun. Ash, you already set the bar. I mean, you set the bar really low for me, but I'm still worried. Oh God,
More.
11.
You were able to stumble that you've said other things, and it seems, other than Ash yourself, you both feel a washing over you of a vague acceptance, almost as if you were no longer a threat.
No longer a threat, no longer under scrutiny.
Correct. Yeah, everyone else that's still there, Franklin and Gina, it feels almost as if someone is looking over your shoulder while you're trying to finish a test.
Yeah.
All right.
I felt my entire life.
Regina's gonna give it a whirl, I suppose.
Oh,
She's-
Ezra whispers over to Regina. Make sure tell him Dad will eat them.
Regina, more always flows. Dad will eat you. More to the me, and gonna roll performance. 10.
It's good. It's good. I like it.
Am I good?
Roll that performance.
I got a 10.
Oh, okay. That's what the 10 was. I thought you were saying just 10 for some reason.
More, always more, but I only want 10.
10 is more. Flows. 10 flows more to me. 10.
So yeah, you feel the scrutiny slightly wash over you, almost hesitantly, but does so.
Okay. Ooh, thank Kai.
Franklin is the only one left.
Look around at you guys. I don't know. I could try this, but I already have pledged to quite a number of things. Let's see what happens. I'll begin repeating after them. What was it? More, always more. God, what was it? I forget.
More, always more.
Wealth flows to the worthy,
Yeah.
and I am worthy.
More, always more. Wealth flows to the worthy, and I am worthy. That's my eyes completely blacked out.
Performance.
A 5. He's picking his nose the whole time. More.
Just that finger as far up there as he can get.
You feel the scrutiny intensify on you.
I look around. What do you want? I told you I already made a bunch of other promises. Look around at the general room.
You feel a resonating coming up from the ground, and that's what everybody senses. But from your perspective, Franklin, it sounds like a voice that is rumbling through the whole chamber that says, "You must relinquish your cause for mine.
What's your cause?
Wealth for wealth."
I cannot relinquish my cause. My cause is vengeance and revenge. It drives me. It fuels me. It's the only reason I'm still not a corpse. As
Then
I'm
you
saying
shall-
this, my body starts to decay visibly in front of you guys. If I relinquished my oath, I would die.
Then you shall die.
Shit.
It was the perfect time to call it for the night, but everyone will be rolling initiative next time.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was gonna say Ash has been traveling with Franklin, and even if she did just swear fealty very half-heartedly to some random god, she's gonna stand with Franklin.
Yep. And I think this is probably the first time you guys have fully seen him go Necro Franklin.
Yeah, because there's been itty bitty hints, but not that you were necrotic. I think that you were just demonic.
Well,
Yeah,
so
no.
I am undead with a a warlock patron. So whatever the undead patron is, so I'm like a demonic undead thing.
And just for your perspective on the matter, you would see the pimp preacher just backing up with his hands, but you would look around at the rest of the chamber, and out of the molten magma, another creature about the same size, which is about the size of that table over there. I'll just turn these on real quick before we sign off here.
Okay.
I do have to. Oh, that was on map layer. That was the wrong layer. Oh well.
Diggity.
Is this a croc man?
With a molten hammer of sorts. They are solid metal and stone golem-looking creatures that crawl out of. One crawls out of the molten magma that is in the forge, and the other one was being forged currently. And at the same time, the statue that's at the end of the hall that you guys realize starts to animate, as well as you hear a thudding outside of the door of the other statue that seems to animate, that has crushed a cricket before.
Cool. Love it.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to die.
The last thing I guess Ezra will say does before we roll out. He's gonna warg out. He's shifting before we start this.
Yep.
So
Go
full
full.
Wolfman mode. Wolfman mode's
Yeah.
going.
Oh yeah.
I'll keep it in mind for next time. I just wanted to give you a picture to gain towards. But
Perfect. That sounds like next week's gonna be a great fight. Are all of the little cultists also reacting, or are they just kind of zoned out as well?
I was gonna say they're like, oh fuck.
All of them have turned towards you by this point, besides the preacher that's got their hands up, kind of watching themselves of the situation. The rest of them have turned towards you and giving you more than the hairy eyeballs worth of almost looking possessed at this point.
All right. No fear, we have to kill them.
All right.
Doesn't matter if they're innocent.
Does not
Your
concern
guys'
Ezra.
Your guys' 2 week goal: convince everyone that is in the need to join you. Just kidding.
Hey, everyone who normally plays in the evil campaign, please come back. We've got to kick some booty. And we're with, what is it? We've got Franklin and Ezra and Regina. And I don't know how Regina does in combat because I think I've seen her fight once and she got exploded by a cannonball. And
Yeah.
Ash is designed not for combat. So this is going to be fun.
I'm a support character.
Ezra's designed to fight.
But it's a level 2.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Poor
I
Ezra.
forgot about that. We should have done the genocide.
We should have done something.
It's
Just
okay.
say, guys.
Mom's got a gun.
Mommy's
That's
got
right. Mom's got a gun.
Yeah. I'm a little bit more combat oriented now, but more one-on-one. It'll be
I have
good.
been picking up like combat spells, but a lot of them are like mindfuckery.
Mhm. I've got a lot of control. I'm building a fear lock character. So when I'm not actively supporting and casting heals and having you guys attack on my turn, if I have to fight, I lock people down. I designed to lock people down in combat so they can't move or run or do anything while I just like dismantle them. But
Yeah, it sucks,
we'll
but it's
see how it
effective.
goes.
And then all you have to
Yeah.
do is feed corpses to Regina for her mom.
Yeah, we can get
Yeah.
Mom all beefed up.
Mama's hungry.
Mama's hungry. And I see a whole lot of dun-dun. All right. Good games, everyone.
It was
Yeah.
good, but yeah, I need
Yeah,
to get off here and go to bed.
Good night.
Night, everyone.
Good
Good night.
night.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.